Welcome back to the Pitch Clock. I'm Connor Nelson, your host. This is everything baseball at game speed. So every question, that's right, comes with a 15-second pitch clock, taking a page right out of the MLB playbook. And with that, we're welcoming a brand new face to the show, former teammate of mine and diehard Angels fan, Emmett Weinstein. Emmett, how are you today?
Good. How are you, Connor?
I'm doing all right. I'm excited to talk some Angels with you here today because obviously that's your background. We both grew up in Los Angeles, but we grew up on different sides of the fandom, it feels like. You know, I grew up wearing a lot of blue, you wearing a lot of red. And I'm not talking about the gangs, we're talking about baseball. So,
Correct.
Dodgers and Angels. A lot of Angels in the media right now, but I usually give the floor to our guests first off before we get into our topics. How about you give our audience a little bit of who you root for and why?
Yeah. Obviously Connor had a good introduction there. Grew up with a lot of blue around me, but I followed in my dad's footsteps as an Angels fan, unfortunately, and it's kind of been a long time coming. And I can't really go back, can't really change teams at this point. Second longest playoff drought in sports right now. Thank you, Buffalo Sabres. But we're we're staying strong. So I'm die hard. Mike Trout was like my idol growing up. So there's no going back. I love my team no matter what. Even though they hurt me a lot.
Man, one of my earliest memories of the Angels, and it's not even like anything to do with them on the field, is when Pujols came to the team and you started seeing billboards of him. Except I was still at the age where his last name was funny, so that's all I was thinking
Yeah,
about.
still funny.
It's still definitely funny, but when he's managing the DR and he's like, oh, you see him in line, but
Yeah,
yeah,
and
man,
still nobody knows how old he is, but it's okay. That's another
no.
conversation. All right.
Never, never. And you mentioned the Sabres. I got my Mammoth shirt on today. I don't have any Angels gear on me. I had an old Angels hat that doesn't fit anymore, but Salt Lake Bees are out in the Utah area. So, hey, and I get to
Good
call a
man.
lot of their Double-A games. Rocket City Trash Panda is actually coming to Knoxville, where I'm at right now, uh, on the day that this is going to be released. So it's going to be Trash Pandas and Smokies. I'll leave a link in the bio if anybody wants to tune into some Angels Double-A baseball. But Emmett, let's go ahead and get into the topics today. And the first thing I wanted to cover with you is something that I feel like everybody's already seen, but we just got to talk about it. Joe Adell's 3 home run robberies in the same game. So, I mean, first off, to get the clock started, have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, I've never seen this before, Connor. Like, it's crazy. And Joe Dell's not known for his defense. He was nominated for a Gold Glove in 2024. A lot of people don't remember that. Even though the Gold Glove, not really good. It's a popularity contest, I gotta say. But I've never seen anything like it.
All right. And hey, that was your first test on the clock, and I think Joe West caught you on a balk right there. So,
Yeah,
hey,
you
we're
did.
getting it started early, but now that you have a feel for the
Yeah,
clock, we'll get the
yeah.
balk challenge
I
underway.
looked over and I was like, oh my God, I'm already at two.
There we are. But hey, I prefaced to you before this that we had a very brand new Bach challenge, but I'm actually going to save it for now because I think we might even get you on another one later.
Okay.
So, to start you off, this one is tailored to Angels fans. So, for
Mm,
those who don't know, quick intro on Bach challenges. I'm going to ask Emmett a question. The 15-second timer will start after I end. He'll have 15 seconds to list off as many answers as possible. A lot of guys have gotten exposed on some ball knowledge here. Some people, they realize they don't like awards. Some people, they realize they're really good under the pressure. So, Emmett, we're about to see how you
oh
combat
God.
this clock. How you feeling? First thoughts?
I'm scared. I watch a lot of John Boy, so maybe that'll help, but maybe not.
Yeah, hey, if you're tuning into those trivia ones, I watch a lot of those too. So there's definitely some inspiration being pulled from there. But all right, let me get this clock ready to go. Emmett, your question is you need to name me as many Angels All Stars as you can from the year 2000 and on now.
Okay. Hector Santiago, Albert Pujols, Mark Trumbo, Mike Trout, Jared Weaver, Howie Kendrick, Eric Ibar, Tommy La Stella, Jordan Walden. There you go.
All right. I'm going to have to double check some of those names. I got to really was there's no way Eric Ibar made an All-Star game.
He did. I swear to
There's
God, he did.
no way. What? Oh my gosh, he
He
did in
did, right?
2014 when he was
Yeah, yeah.
30 years old. No
Yes, yes, yes.
way.
Yeah,
Oh
bro, I'm
my
telling you.
gosh.
I know my boys.
You do. And then Tommy LaStella,
He
I'm
was
not
hurt,
doubting
but
you
he made it.
because I'm not doubting you because he does seem like a random enough name to where he would have snuck into an All-Star game. And yeah, his first year in LA, 2019,
He
also
was
when he
hurt.
was 30 years old, bro.
Yeah, and he got
Was
paid the next year. So and then
Yeah, that was the only
never
season
saw
he
him
ever
again.
played more than 80 games after that and hit 16 bombs in those 80 games. So shoot. All right, well, the final count I'm sure is already on the screen in the post edit, Emmett, but you totally killed that. That could not have gone better for your first Bach challenge, I gotta say. So, how are you
Appreciate it.
feeling about maybe approaching some more in the future?
Oh, I'm feeling great. If it's Angels, I'm really good with Angels trivia. At least like past 2000s. Before then, it's a little shaky. But I know enough.
Hey, well, that's why we did it because, hey, anything past 2000, I'm getting pretty shaky on, so I wouldn't be able to verify anything in real time if you were giving it to me at that point. But wanted to quickly bring it back to the Joe Adell topic before we move on. I asked you if you had ever seen anything like that before because I had seen now on Twitter that since 2004, when home run tracking began, no one player or team has had 3 home run robberies in the same game. So, my last question to you, where does this rank in terms of the best defensive moments or games of all time in your mind?
I think this game ranks number one. Honestly, this is unbelievable. People were comparing this to perfect games and no hitters, and cycles even. Like this is a crazy accomplishment, especially for him. This dude had a ball come off his head and over the fence a few years ago. So,
This, I'm definitely pulling that clip up. What a full circle
yeah,
moment for Joe
yeah.
Adell.
I'm
Man,
so
that
proud of
picture
him,
of him in the stands, I would get that framed
dude.
everywhere. Angels fans are going to want that plastered as a giveaway poster. I hope the Angels are hopping on that. Artie's got to
Dude,
get the word down.
they need a Joe Adell statue. That same
Oh,
pose in
the
the out in
statue,
right
too.
field, in right field. Just post it up.
And a little plaque. They need a plaque on the ground, too, or right
Yeah,
in that section of the wall. Oh, man,
yeah,
they
yeah,
need
yeah.
to fully capitalize on this for sure. Might be the best defensive game of all time. It's going to be this picture of Joe Adell and Willie Mays, man. That's what it is right
That's
now. Isn't that
crazy, bro.
crazy to say?
That's crazy.
All right.
No, but the fact that it is a 1-0 game too is insane.
Yeah, amplifies the moment that much more.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, bringing you from a high of highs to maybe a low of lows right here, Emmett. Second question, Mike Trout gets hit on the hand again Sunday night. Second time in the series. Missed
Hmm.
over 2 months of that 2023 season, I believe, with a hamate bone injury on that same left hand.
Hmm.
Started off strong in his first 10 games with an 849 OPS. My question to you is, Emmett, how worried are you on a scale of 1 to 10 about Mike Trout right now?
I'm not worried at all about Trout. I mean, I am, but I'm not. The positive Angels fan in me like wants to hope that he's okay. But at the same time, this happens so often. Like I'm numb to everything. So that's how I
So,
feel.
so are you just expecting that he's going to be right back? And hey, if it is another 2 to 3 months, doesn't really matter for the Angels right now. You're just kind of looking forward to the athlete that Mike Trout can be when he's back on the field and healthy.
Yeah, I mean, he's more than a player on the field. He's a leader to me. He's not super vocal, but he leads by example. And I mean, the report today came out that it was just a bruise. He did say his hand was, he couldn't put his batting glove back in his hand, which is never good. Um, but he hit him on the guard. So I guess that's better than if he didn't have a guard and it just hit him like straight on the hand.
Definitely.
So
Hey, baseball technology is really helping us out here.
I
And
hope
so
so.
is the pitch clock because it caught you on another balk. We're running it
Yeah.
back. Second question
Yeah.
in a row.
Okay.
and hey, I saw you keep going. Sometimes you just got to eat it. And
Yeah.
hey, so now we're going to get into our second balk challenge. Maybe you're still riding high off of your first balk challenge, which was very successful. But now I'm ready to give you your brand new balk challenge. And we've been releasing them slowly because I don't want to give all the answers away to all of our new guests because we have somebody new on every Tuesday. And good, get your water, get your sip of
I
fresh
know
air
I
in
need
before
it.
this clock starts. All right, here we go. So, Emmett, we were just talking about Mike Trout. Got hit in the hand with a fastball. That's your hint. So, I'm going to need you to name me, Emmett, in the next 15 seconds, as many off speed pitches as you can think of, starting now.
Splitter, knuckle curveball, slider, slurve, knuckleball, changeup, split changeup, um,
There's the
screwball.
clock. Screwball. I'll accept screwball because that
Okay,
was a new answer. That was 9 right there that I counted on my fingers. Although I believe you said splitter and split change.
okay, same
So I
difference.
don't know if I can accept those as two different answers. I'll get in
It's
the
all good.
clubhouse tomorrow with some of the minor league guys and ask them, and they will be our judges. I think that's how
Okay,
I'll decide that.
valid.
Split change because splitter and forkball are very very different. I figured that
Right.
out according to TrackMan and pretty much any single system. If you're comparing a forkball to a splitter, the guy with the forkball is gonna get beat out every time. But hey, a lot of different off speed pitches you could have named there. 15 seconds. How do you feel about how that went?
I feel like I got off to a good start, and then I was kind of having trouble kind of digging deeper into things. But it's okay. I did as good as I could. I'm proud. I'm proud.
All right, it's the effort that counts. Let's bring that saying
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last topic for you here today, Emmett, because we're hoping that Mike Trout makes a speedy recovery and gets back on the
Hmm.
field for a full season. But we're also going to get a little bit of a throwback right here with this next question, Emmett. Wanted to throw it back to a deal that never happened. Luis Rengifo to the Dodgers in exchange for Jock Peterson and a prospect. Well, now everybody knows that prospect's name to be Andy Pajes, currently all over the MLB leaderboards, including 4th in OPS, 2nd in hits. So I'm curious, do you remember what your maybe initial reaction was when you heard about this trade way back when?
Sorry, I don't mean to correct you or anything, but Ross Stripling was also in that deal,
Who was
going to
the
the
strip?
Angels. Yeah.
Strip. All right. Well,
Um,
what was his player's day nickname? Was it Chicken Strip or was
chicken
it?
strip, something like that. They need to bring that back too. I
All
miss
right.
that.
Well, let me. Jeez. Oh, let me restart the clock
My
for
bad,
you.
my bad.
No, you're good. I'm glad you corrected me, or else we never would have gotten Chicken Strip in there. But what was your initial reaction to this trade?
Uh, honestly, I was upset at the time that this trade never happened. More for Jock Peterson because I'm a big Jock guy. He's Jewish, part of the tribe. But it wouldn't have worked out in the end. In the end, the Angels probably would have rushed his up, and then we would have been toast. Yeah.
This deal, I think, signifies, can signify, if you want it, a lot of what Angels baseball has been over the past decade and how they've
Hmm.
operated. Maybe being a little bit too hesitant when they need to pull the trigger. So, what's your overall thoughts on how ownership is approaching this team in 2026?
Oh, the ownership's horrible. We don't have a player baseball operations. I think we're one of the few teams that doesn't have one. But yeah, you saw with Otani too. We had a trade. The Padres wanted him, and we were going to get Jackson Merrill and a few other prospects. So that could have happened, but already exists.
For Artie Moreno, do you have like a list of your top 3 moments that you're like, okay, these are like, if I had to pick out the top 3 moments Artie Moreno has made me rip my hair out, these are my top 3.
um, the number one by far. We talked about this last time on the show, but it's when he put the team up for sale on social media and he put out that letter, and then like a month later, he's like, "Never mind, you guys suck. Like you guys thought I was really selling." So that was one, and then the Otani stuff.
Got to be number 2 there. And
Yeah.
then I got the 2026 projections up in front of me.
Hmm.
This is how I want to close it out.
Yeah.
Angels 2.5% chance to win the division, 7.5% chance to make the playoffs at the beginning of
Oh,
the
that's
year.
that's good.
Hey, 7.5, yeah, higher than you expected. All
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
But then, so my last question to you is, Emmett,
Hmm.
you can give a realistic or an optimistic answer, whatever you prefer. What year
Hmm.
do you think the Angels are going to be back in the playoffs?
The Angels will be back in the playoffs once Artie is in the grave. That is when we'll be back in the playoffs. I want to keep it PG as possible, but that's as optimistic as I can get, bro. He's gonna
Oh,
be in the
gosh.
grave when we're in the playoffs.
Hey, I think Angels fans would be celebrating, which is
Yeah,
really tough, man. Hey,
carrying the
baseball is a
casket.
fun sport, man, but you got to give it to your fans, man. You got to make it fun
Yeah.
for them. And Angels have been having a tough time doing that, especially when they say their fans don't care about winning. How'd
Nope.
you feel about that?
Oh, that was on the list too. If I had more time, I would talk about the affordability and the safety of Angel Stadium.
The
Really care about
safety.
that.
They really want to turn it into the Oakland Coliseum just so that they can get the hell out of Los Angeles, and then maybe Artie will leave.
Yeah, I mean, I love my $4.50 Coors banquets, more than anything.
That's right, damn it. That's right. Well,
Yeah.
shoot, that's going to wrap up our 3 topics for today. If the audience, if you're looking for more Pitch Clock, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram. We're all over the place. And we bring new guests on every Tuesday. And like I said, hey, if you're a big Angels fan watching this episode, we're going to have a link down below where you can listen to some of the AA baseball games, some prospects coming up for the Angels system. I believe we're going to see 2 of your guys' top 30 prospects. Both of them are on the pitching side. So excited to see what they bring out. Hoping to see Lucas Ramirez here at this level right now, but
Not
it
yet.
looks like it's going to take a little bit longer for him to crack it
Keep
up
them,
to AA.
keep them there. Keep them there, please. We don't want to
Developing
rush
for
him,
longer, Emmett says.
please. Yeah.
All right. Well, as we always do, I'm going to turn the mic back over to you, Emmett, since we've been clocking you this whole time. Want to give you a last free chance to kind of give any spiel or extra words on anything we talked about today.
Yeah, I mean, I just think the AL West is easily the worst division in baseball. The Mariners are going to take it by far, and the Angels will come in last place again. But Jose Soriano is going to get Cy Young votes. You hear me on that? He's going to get Cy
There
Young
we
votes. He
go.
hasn't given up.
There we
He
go.
hasn't
We're
given up a
saving
run
that
yet.
clip. Saving that clip. There we go. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, Emmett.
That's it.
Well, thank you so much for hopping on today. Like I said, everybody, find everybody's links in the description. If you want more Pitch Clock, we'll be back next Tuesday, but that'll sign us off for this episode.